Joi AI looks like the kind of app that should be easy to judge in 5 minutes, but that is exactly how people make the wrong decision. The first chat can feel warm, flirty, and surprisingly personal. Then, a few days later, the same app can feel repetitive, forgetful, or too dependent on premium unlocks. So the real question is not, does Joi AI feel fun at the start? The real question is, does Joi AI still feel worth paying for after you test memory, pacing, privacy, and the paid features you actually use? If you are comparing AI girlfriend apps in 2026, Joi sits in an interesting lane. Candy AI is usually the polished beginner-friendly option. OurDream AI leans more into story worlds and paid visual extras.
Lovescape focuses heavily on custom companion building and visual roleplay. Promptchan is more image generator first. Joi AI is best judged as an emotional chat and roleplay companion. It needs to feel responsive, remember enough context, and keep the conversation from turning into a generic fantasy script. The first test I would run is the normal conversation test.
Do not start with the most extreme roleplay or the most complicated prompt. Start with something ordinary. Tell the companion your mood, mention a preference, ask a question, and then change the topic. 10 minutes later, bring that preference back. If Joi remembers the detail or at least reacts as if the conversation has continuity, that is a strong sign.
If it ignores the detail and returns to generic compliments, that is a warning. AI companion apps live or die on continuity because the fantasy only works when the chat feels like it belongs to you. The second test is emotional pacing. A lot of apps in this space rush too fast. They go from hello to intense affection before the user has even shaped the character.
That can be fun for a short session, but it can also feel fake. Joi AI should be tested on whether it can slow down when you ask it to, keep a softer tone, or switch from playful to supportive without losing the thread. The best companion experience is not always the most aggressive one. Sometimes the value is a chat that adapts to your energy. The third test is roleplay control.
If you want Joi for fantasy scenarios, check whether you can guide the scene without fighting the model. A good roleplay app lets you set the situation, adjust boundaries, and move the story forward. A weaker one either overwrites everything for you or keeps asking generic follow-up questions. When you test Joi, try one short scene with a clear setup and one open conversation with almost no setup. That tells you whether the app depends on heavy prompting or can carry its own personality. Now let's talk about premium limits, because this is where the buyer decision gets real. Most AI companion apps are not truly free products. The free layer is there to let you taste the experience.
The serious value usually sits behind message limits, model upgrades, voice, images, memory depth, or premium characters. That is not automatically a bad thing. Servers cost money and entertainment products need monetization. But you should never upgrade based only on the best demo moment. Upgrade only after you know which feature is actually blocked and whether that feature matters to your normal usage.
Pricing should be tested with a budget, not with curiosity. Decide before you start how much a month of AI companion entertainment is worth to you. Then check whether Joi's paid layer fits that number. If the app uses credits, pay attention to how fast they disappear. If it uses a subscription, check renewal terms and cancellation flow.
The emotional design of these apps can make small upsells feel harmless, but the smart buyer treats them like any other recurring subscription. Privacy is another part people skip because it feels boring compared with the fantasy. But with Joi AI or any companion app, you may share personal feelings, preferences, and private roleplay details. That data is more sensitive than a normal product review search. Before going deep, look at the privacy policy, account controls, and how easy it is to delete or manage your account. You do not have to panic, but you should not treat private AI chat like a disposable toy either. Who should try Joi AI? I would say it makes sense for someone who wants emotional chat first and visual generation second.
If you care about a companion that can feel warm, playful, and reactive in conversation, Joi is worth a test. If your main goal is polished character browsing and a simple beginner interface, Candy AI may feel smoother. If you want story worlds with more visual extras, OurDream AI belongs on the shortlist.
If you want deeper custom companion building, Lovescape is worth comparing. My verdict is practical.
Joi AI can be worth trying if you judge it by real sessions instead of marketing screenshots. Run the memory test, the pacing test, the roleplay control test, and the premium limit test before paying. If those 4 checks feel good, Joi AI can be a strong AI companion choice in 2026. If the free chat already feels generic or the paid layer hides the only features you care about, do not force it.
Check the link in the description if you want to compare the current recommendation, start small, and only upgrade when the app proves it fits your actual use case.